Hey, if you like movie reviews, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscriptions are a big part of what the YouTube algorithm is now, and we could really use your help. Thank you. Hey, how's it going, YouTube friends? It's me, your one furry boy, Never. And you're watching The Never Show. Yes, the only show with lemon-scented lines, lest I forget, and the only show with the supernatural, super awesome third eye. I mean, why ask why? Why wouldn't you want a third eye? And yes, it is Wednesday again, and that means we review the movies. And I'm a little surprised today. I got to see a good movie, and I'm really excited to tell you all about it. So let's get right into that right now. And today's movie is Isle of Dogs. It is a PG-13 movie. It is an hour and 41 minutes. I did have a little trouble with this, but I didn't ADD. And I think for a movie of this quality and this beautifulness, I think it deserves a second watch, but I just don't have time. I have to get the video out. And time and tide, love. It is an animated adventure comedy. It came out the 13th of April. I know I'm late to the party on this, but I feel it was worth the wait to get to see this now instead of doing something that was coming to DVD. Director was Wes Anderson. I have not seen anything from Wes Anderson before, and I'm highly pleased by what I've seen. The writers on this film were Wes Anderson, Roman Coppola, Jason Schwartzman, Kurchinki Norhora, if I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm not, I'm truly sorry. I'm very bad with surnames. Cast is ridiculous. Bryan Cranston as Chief. Yoko Reno as Atari. Edward Norton as Rex. Bob
Balaban
as King. Bill Murray as Boss. Jeff Goldblum as Duke. Kuchi Nakamura as Mayor Kobayashi, Akira Yokohama as Major Domo, Greta Wang as Tracy Walker, Francis McMora as Interpreter Nelson, Akira Otto as Professor Watanabe, Scarlett Johansson as Nutmeg, Harvey Keitel as Goldo, F. Murray Abraham as Jupiter, Yoko Ono, and I wish I could keep reading names of cast, but I have to keep these short, you know? Okay, let's run down our production companies. American Imperial Pictures, Indian Paintbrush, Studio Babel Ashberg. There's a mouthful. 20th Century Fox Animation. Our good old distributor here in the good old United States of America. God bless America, land that I love, is Fox Searchlight Pictures. Okay. Special effects was McKinson and Saunders, which I've never heard of them before, but I'm going to say that they do good work from what I've seen. So let's get right to the meat of it here. Yes, I was intimidated coming into a dual language picture with a lot of subtitles. I'm going to warn you here, if you have trouble reading, I would wait for this to come to DVD because of just that. But it's so visually beautiful that some of the story tells itself through the art and beauty of what is just going on. Yeah, a dual language picture is kind of frustrating, but the movie is self-aware for those of you who don't speak Japanese, at one point, I believe it was Rex who says, "Does anybody understand what this kid is saying? I wish we could understand what he was saying." And it's self-aware, and it does help ease you into the picture. I just wish that moment happened sooner instead of later. You know what I'm saying? For someone who has a little trouble reading, it is kind of frustrating, and narration and things like that, but it's a beautiful movie. It gets a little sketchy towards the end because you got to remember this is a PG-13 movie. It's meant for young kids. It is an 8.2 on IMDb. It is an 89% on Rotten Tomatoes. So it is a decent movie. It is something well worth watching. I don't want to spoil it, but it is a decent movie. And for what it is, I can't fault it. I'm going to leave that up to CinemaSins. I think they're the guys who will find the faults in this and sin it as they do so. This is their place of expertise where Big Papa Shark, a.k.a. Jeremy, will fast forward and rewind through these things and, catch the things that I may miss as a casual reviewer. I highly recommend you go see this in theaters, but I do lay that disclaimer that this has a lot of subtitles, and if you aren't a quick reader, there's some problems. But it is an enjoyable view. It is something that you don't see every day, a stop-motion animation such as this. It's not a Wallace and Gromit kind of thing where, ooh, blah, blah, blah. And I kind of like it. Here's off to Wes Anderson. I will be looking forward to your next directorial debut, and I will be looking back at some of your other films, just to be honest with you. And for a movie set in Japan, in a fictional part of Japan anyway, that I'm not aware of, if it is a real place in Japan, I'm truly sorry. I'm gonna say definite TV watch. I kind of am looking forward to seeing this end up on TV. I'm gonna pass on a DVD buy. Whoa. Never the future here. We've changed our mind. This is a definite DVD buy and a Redbox rental. Just because, I'm sitting down with my editor and we're like, you really like this, but then you're not going to buy the DVD? What is wrong with you? I definitely think you should see this in theaters. It is coming towards its end. I think a couple more weeks and it'll be out of theaters. So that said, if you like what you see in here, make sure you hit that like button down below. It means absolutely nothing in the YouTube algorithm. All it does is give me a big kitty head, and I already got one of those. Remember, all comments are 100% guaranteed response. Tell me your realities, your fan fictions, your tales of yay, your tales of ennui, whatever you want. Spill your guts. Just keep it real. I can smell a lie like a fart in a smart car. And I have to ask. We have an Amazon. We got a Patreon. If you could donate to either of those, it is how YouTube is done now. In this, year, you don't realize how little we have to do so much. We thank you to all our donors. So if you like what you see in here and you want to see more of this nonsense, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon. And I will see you all in the next movie review. Bye.